Hi, welcome to Part from the Doghouse. Parker Munson here, first episode. Real excited to get the show off and running. Season 1, Episode 1 intro. Pretty much what this is going to be is my own little podcast, branched from Inside the Doghouse with my cousin Derek Schur and good friend Jonathan Maynard. Definitely go check that out. That's where my main content is. This is just going to be more in depth of my focuses and what I want to talk about. So I'm excited to get it started. Derek and Johnny are going to have their own channels coming up soon, so that will be exciting. We got some big sponsors coming up too. That'll be exciting. So we're gonna get started with NBA playoffs. It's gonna be an interesting one this year. I don't think the Lakers are gonna do as good as I had thought, and the Brooklyn Nets, they're struggling too. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Curry's out of there. I think I could see Jazz. They're my favorite. I hope they make a really deep run. I'd love to see Donovan Mitchell get some playing time in some real deal situations. It's my favorite young player by far, despite a Donovan Mitchell. Dude, just a little beast, man. He's like 6'2", big wingspan, plays with no fear. I love it. He's a hooper for sure. That dude knows. He just knows what he's doing. Look, he's single-handedly, I'd say, him and Gobert have changed Utah from a mediocre team to one of the best teams in the West. So you can't knock them. They're doing their thing. My biggest sleeper for the NBA playoffs this year, I think, is going to be the Grizzlies. They're able to get Jaren Jackson back. That will be huge. But Ja Morant, I feel like he's so underrated because he came in that same class with Zion, but that dude's, can't underestimate Ja. That dude's cold work. He's been cold work. I remember watching him for Murray State during March Madness and just watching him cook people's ankles and hit. And the dude's just been a dog, so don't expect that to change. I think the ice in his veins are gonna remind people that he had a good case for Rookie of the Year. Another little sleeper. Definitely see the Phoenix Suns going deep too. I could see them making a little deep run in the West. Another team that just isn't talked about much, but they got Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Ayton. They got a good squad, good, solid, young core, too, so they should be good for the next, add another piece or two. They could really be one of the top teams in the West, for sure. It's going to be exciting to watch. MLB, the Detroit Tigers have been on a super hot streak. Been loving it. Been betting on them a lot lately. It's been paying out good. I'm going to leave a link in the description to this video. Click it, sign up for Fanduel Sportsbook. You get $50 for the casino, $50 for sports betting. I get $50 for each. Win-win. And there's so many free, even if you're not big into the sports betting itself, there's so many free bets and promotions and stuff you can make. Just easy $40-50 here and there. Put it in, withdraw. Don't mess with it again if you don't want. I'm almost making 5 to 10 bets daily just because if you pay attention, I'm telling you can make a lot of money watching sports. Who can complain about making money while watching sports? Something we all love to do. The MLB, there's been so many no-hitters this year. And I know they did change the ball style this year, so I don't know if that has something huge, a big effect on that or what, but it's interesting to me. The Tigers pitcher, Spencer Turnbull, just threw a no-hitter. Saw a good interview with his dad after it. It was cool experience. I'm glad we got one, but it is just weird to me how there's been so many, like back to back. I think literally the next night after Spencer Turnbull got his, Corey Kluber for the Yankees got a no-hitter. So it's almost taken away for me the meaning of a no-hitter if it's going to happen every other night. Still, I mean, whatever. I'm happy Detroit was a part of that. Spencer Turnbull was, and I'm happy to see it's happening. But it's just like baseball right now. There's so many. I feel like it's just either home run or strikeout or no hitter. I mean, it's just weird. It's weird. I've never seen so many no hitters. Speaking of MLB The Show. If you have not tried that out or checked that out, I got Xbox Series X, which I'm going to start streaming very soon, probably within the next month. Need to gather up some equipment. I want to get a couple hours of videos before I start releasing, but I'm going to be playing that a lot. I'm so happy they made it not exclusive to PlayStation anymore, because I needed a baseball game in my life. It's a nice, chill game to play. You don't get too mad at it. It's just easy graphics, because they used to only have RBI baseball. Do not waste your 20 fucking bucks on that. It's not. I'm telling you, the show, I believe the show's on Game Pass. Get this, best baseball game available to buy, for sure. And it's just, I wish they had a couple more game modes, but they got like a My Career mode, franchise mode, online. The online's good. They fix it to where it doesn't lag while you're pitching or hitting or anything, which is nice, because you can't use that as an excuse then. And I'm a big, if you watch Inside the Doghouse, you know I'm a big next gen. Need to get that next gen, I'm telling you. Don't spend more than what it's worth, but as soon as you can get one from a store, whether it's PS5, Xbox Series X, whatever, get it, because it is worth it. I'm telling you right now, it is worth it. I seen a stock market big dip this last week or two. Dogecoin I got in at around 30 cents a share. I threw a good amount in. It got up to 80 cents a share almost. And then I think this last week it's dropped down almost back to 30 some cents a share, and now it's on its way back up. But I'm telling you guys, just don't panic. So just hold on. If you can put any money that you are willing to, if you just burn that money, you'd be able to live without it. Throw it in either Dogecoin, Bitcoin, any ETF or S&P 500, anything like that. Just throw it in there. With inflation, like if you can throw money in there consistently, leave it 20 years, you will be so happy you did it. And the Dogecoin, that has potential. I mean, that has potential. Buy into that. Hold on to it. Don't throw your whole bank account in it, but throw what you can. I think it's going to end up being I think it's going to get up there. Even if it gets to $10, that's a lot of profit, but I'm not selling until it's, on Bitcoin's level almost. That's just where I'm at with that. But NFL's starting up soon. Super excited about that. I'm sure, as you guys know, if you've watched Inside the Doghouse, I'm a huge Lions fan, so maybe I'll see 5 or 6 wins this year. I'll be happy about that if I can get 5 or 6 of them. A couple kneecaps would be lovely. But Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm I'm not too optimistic this year about my Lions. But I think it's going to be a good year for the NFL. I'm just excited for some football to come back. And I can't wait. I hope Michigan is able to get their stuff together, because if not, it's probably going to have to be time to say bye-bye to Harbaugh. Which, I don't know how I'll feel about that, because he's a good coach, good for the school, but we need to win these big games, bro. We need to start winning them. So I think he'll make it happen this year. Yeah. NFL, though, who are you? I want to hear if you guys leave some comments. Who are you guys' favorite NFL teams? Jacksonville, I think people think they're going to do really, really good this year. I don't think they're going to. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is going to be the savior, at least right away, that people think he's going to be. I think he's going to have a target on his back. Corners are going to, people are talking about him like they did LeBron when he came in the league. Like, all these people who are already in the league are going to want to make sure, like, yeah, bro, you're not about to go off on me. When he goes against Jalen Ramsey and stuff, they're going to go their hardest on the kid. And I don't blame them. That's what it's about. But I don't think he's going to have a huge year. I don't. Like I said, the streaming is going to be coming soon. I play a bunch of different games, so you're going to have a good mix of everything. We're also, like I said, this is, Park from the Doghouse is going to focus on me, my interest in stuff, whereas Inside the Doghouse is a good mix of mine, Derek, and Johnny's, and then we're also going to get them hooked up with their own YouTube channels and stuff, and we're all going to have our own separate content. Inside the Doghouse is still going to happen every week. It'll just help us get more content out there for you guys, and maybe if you guys like, maybe Johnny's your favorite host, you'll be able to see more of Johnny's gaming videos and videos on him talking about games and streams. It'll allow us to create more content for you guys, because we've been grinding lately. We got a couple big sponsorships coming. We're gonna announce soon on Inside the Doghouse, so tune in to Inside the Doghouse. We release every Sunday, sometimes Mondays. Gotta give us a little leeway. Our schedules sometimes conflict, but we always make it happen. Appreciate all the support and love you guys have been showing for that, but come show some love for Park from the Doghouse, too. Scientist, I seen, find missing link behind first languages. That could be interesting, because there's so many hieroglyphs, and there's just so many written languages that we have so much, artifacts and paperwork and, like, scripts and stuff that we can't read. And it'll just allow us to, understand our ancestors more. It'll just give us more knowledge, which I think always a good thing. Any way you can gain knowledge is power, and you don't need to use it for a bad thing, but just anytime you can gain knowledge, do it. The more you know, the more valuable you are to anybody around you. I'm a big believer in that. My pops preached that to me. Knowledge is power. So I think that's sweet. We'll be able to understand more of our ancestors, what they left behind for us to learn about them. I just want to give a little more of a more detailed. This show's I'm going to be focusing a lot on my sports betting, family life, what it's like. I'm a married father. I have my beautiful wife, Marina, my two beautiful kids, PJ and Reese, 3-year-old son, 5-month-old daughter. So that's my life right there. So be talking about that quite a bit. Gaming, I'm super big into gaming. Cannabis a little bit. I have my medical card, so I get into that a little bit. How that can help people out. just talk about what's going on in the world, what I think is important, and my take on, the biggest news. But yep, I think that's gonna conclude this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna plan on releasing at least 1 to 2 videos a week from the doghouse. My Facebook page is coming soon too, so I'll add the link to that. Make sure you go like that. Go subscribe to the page. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for giving a listen. Have a good couple days. I'll releasing the next episode on the 30th. So tune in. Have a good week.